is RB. A lot of people were saying, Copenhagen, it's the last chance for RB, for DRX. Yeah. And this team took one more gamble. They swapped the roles around on the majority of their maps and they stuck to this roster and it paid off. They've got here to a podium position. But now they've got to take the hardest step, that extra step over the line into the grand finals. And all of this will be weighing on RB's shoulders. His neon is excellent here. It's tremendous. His movement, his fragging is all phenomenal. But can he pull it out? Can he play to his peak when it matters most?
That's what it comes down to. An early pistol round, you can see RB's given a lot of freedom and free space as well. No one really contesting this one. In fact, the only player will be Ye playing from drop, but he has to respect it. Obviously, the smoke in his face, not enough to play off of, so it will be a free plant. What this means, though, is that Optic are going to be going for a fast flank. You can see the three of them smoke off the trip. That's going to be heard, though, by Stax.
And Stax has a flash to try and repressure this kind of position.
Oh, and how does he want to play this?
They have an aftershock. It's Mako taking contact here.
Stun. Aftershock, that does take the contact into the molly as well. But the kill's still flooding through. Nice little right click with the flash. Pushing them back for about a moment. Once more, Optic trading out the kills. But Mako is low. See if he can hold this angle down. RB is cooking. On the top of the site right now, finding the kills. 3 in the round. And he's looking for the 4th. Him and his teammate just trying to put pressure on it and apply it with time running so low. It looks like Marv has no outs, has no options. And even if he gets the final kill, the pistol round goes the way of DRX.
It's a blowout in Optic's direction for Breeze. This one was a blowout for DRX. The last time they played at Copenhagen, it was 13-5.
The set play, the damage is definitely being done. Optic are making this more than dangerous because it's just down to Mako. What a difference. What a change in pace. They absolutely crunched them. A fault line into the flash. And Mako has been having a good tournament. Even a good series at times. This guy has been the big game player.
Oh, and look at this. I mean, the Optic guys have no idea where he is.
There's no way.
The trademark got smoked off earlier on, and they're re-clearing these spots. At some point here, do they think he might have rotated B?
Mako's got to know that they've reclaimed a couple of these guns. But if you cut noise, you've got to expect that it could be planted over towards B. Yeah, he's been found. Patience. What a risk.
But as Ye disappears, that might have been his only opportunity to get things down into a 1v2. However, all of this patience is giving him a free spike plant.
Yeah.
He still has a molly, but there's no way that Mako thinks he's safe to get the plant and reposition. He's got to anticipate that there's at least one player here on A. He saw Ye disappear in this direction, though. As soon as the molly's committed, he's got to go for the plant.
Breaks a trademark, cuts off that one angle. So it is going to be that free plant. The players of Optic, well, converging on his location. Very low on Victor. Ye is the first shot! The first fight! He gets taken down! Mako unable to make something of the moment, but he did play it relatively well.
So much tension there in that moment for DRX. And the other 4 players, all of their hopes rest upon Mako's shoulders. Perfect timing to throw that flash and crunch them while they're vulnerable, while they're midway through getting to the site.
Bit of a misfire there. Stun goes wide. Have to clear out these corners, though.
And a similar setup defensively to the pistol round.
Oh, they're crunching them.
4 players on B, pushing out aggressively. Only Ye to collect on A.
I've got the players contained, but okay, Optic are backing away. Not willing to take a long-range fight.
And DRX need to group up here to try and overwhelm an individual. Now that they've got a bit of noise, though, Optic's defense looking far more standard. 3A, 2B. And Victor and Crashies don't have great info to work with now.
So the downside of these Neon comps comes down to those early big plays. If you're unable to get value out of it, you don't really have too many tools to try and push back and approach. 45 seconds left in this round, though. DRX are making sure that they don't take too many unnecessary risks, really trying to maximize what they can get out of this eco.
Crashy threw a 0 point that cleared out holes, and it set up this double push from Optic. And now DRX are getting pinched from both sides, and they don't even know.
The Orb, who's watching this one? The answer is nobody! And RB goes down. He's supposed to be the light at the end of the tunnel, still trading out the kills.
20 seconds!
20 seconds left in the round.
The avenue to A was open for a second, but FNS is going to get there before the rest of the DRX players.
Yep, and time really just running down low here with just the Spectre and the Bulldog. There's 8 seconds remaining, and they've got the watch on the crossfire. Tries the bunny hop across. Not able to do so.
Yeah, mostly towards Arcade, but they could wrap under tunnel. Love this smoke as well that Marv has put down. Creates a lot of pressure for these DRX guys. They're going to have to be diligent in terms of how they push through it.
Push through it.
Yeah.
They don't really have any big tools to try and...
But at some point, Optic are going to flank through tunnel and try to add a bit of a punish into that.
Yeah. Just layers upon the conditioning that they're just trying to set down. A spike from DRX. I mean, they've got roughly a minute in the round, but they are leaning over towards B. Do they want to go in a different direction?
This point in the round is normally where Optic are pushing out into one of the spawns and trying to get to the other area. But Ye hasn't heard anything in halls. So these B players are holding solid and trusting Ye.
Like Jiggle, flash over the top. RB looks like they're trying to fake a play with his engagement, and he's so deep into the side already. A killer's going to be found.
He's alone, and he's winning.
Winning out the fight, but only for a moment of time, because Ye is still present, still waiting. With the operator in his hand. Find the one, a bit of a pre-fire. Trying to put that instinct to the test.
Mako has his orbital strike online. Oh, FNS almost getting caught there.
The rolling thunder! Stax is going to be caught here. Surely Pincer. Crashes tries to supplement him, but that's Buzz just helping him out. Is that 1-for-1 on either side of things here? And Buzz needs to be the big game player. He needs to make magic for them, but he is also shut down. Just left up to Mako. A wider swing from Victor. He does make the most of it. Orbital strike in his hands. And timing is everything. FNS forced to take the fight up close and personal.
And now Mako may have repositioned, so the pressure is really on Ye.
And the clock is ticking. Ye has to find a shot, has to make his mark. But right now, even with the kill, Mako has done enough. What a star this guy has been all tournament.
Well, if you remember back, they also had the fake from RB to even set up for the plan to get down in the first place.
DRX do win the round, but they ended up losing everybody in the process, so it's a half armor across the board to try and buy into it.
I'm out of here.
It's quite a similar defensive setup.
And that looks like a play that's just ready and waiting. There was a fault line to try and stop that as soon as the fast lane came up, but DRX are not being pushed back at RB! What is that? Melted into an absolute puddle at the top of the stairs. You just can't withstand that much utility.
And DRX are left in a difficult position, but they're fighting their way out of it.
How are they doing this? Buzz! Absolute maniac positioning. And they've isolated so many of these fights now, it's come down to the 1v1.
He knows where Ye was. He's tagged him down to 3 HP, but he still thinks that the chamber player for Optic is going to be over towards the arcade side, and Ye's already wrapped.
Really, really fast timing here that Ye is being able to take. Tour de force versus just a rifle, but Ye is on 3 health, and it comes down to just the reactions! And Ye on top once more. The chamber diff manifesting itself.
And a small shrug from El Diablo. What do you expect? Teams played on Fracture. DRX's fast rounds, like that engage with RB zipping into tower, they were destroying Optic.
It was a difference maker.
And this time around, Optic, even though 2 of their players in tower were stunned up by the Rolling Thunder, they still put out enough utility to eviscerate RB on the entry.
Just more than ready for it.
Optic have been ready for everything that DRX have thrown at them in this series. Chet is certainly earning his salary.
Yeah. Serious legwork getting put in the prep department.
This is a round where most of it rests upon Buzz's shoulders. Tour de force. And you know that Optic have been playing aggressively. That looked like a wallbang for a moment there, but not quite. 0 damage done to Crashies. And Buzz is going to take that operator stand in and move it elsewhere on the map, seeing if he can find anything.
Optic going for a re-clear of halls here. given her positioning, they're not going to be holding anyone. Just a trademark on Dish, actually, which is where most of the DRX players are finding themselves. Smokes drop down. Just try and get themselves into the site. Ye is still there, and he was stunned up. One after the other. They just seem to be crumbling. Mako with a pistol makes it work somehow. Guy looks like he's using a rifle. Orb going to be taken just for the high value play. But the round, nevertheless, with the players popping off, but they are trying to carve out their spot in VCT history.
DRX with massive ultimates to work with here as we get back into the game. RB up in the pace. Enormous.
Stuns, laid across, he doesn't know where to look.
And Victor again, another player stunned up, killing RB.
Just absolutely ridiculous. The knife will cut across though. It's causing a lot of confusion into the side as well as the sound cues are going to be cut away. Is it going to be a replay through into the double doors? Yes, Zest wants to take the fight to them. Opens it wide, but they aren't backing out. But the spike is still heavily disjointed. There's a gap between them and a re-clear. Optic on the fly, improvisation, and Mako is the one to shut it down.
One enemy remaining.
Mako has made this one winnable. FNS v Stacks, the Breach battle, the IGL battle as well. And FNS has definitely been the better player today.
But he's lost track of his opposition. Stacks has just played him like a fool.
Slinked away.
And he's going to be able to get a free plant onto B. Now getting a bit of a move on with 30 seconds into the round. Plenty of time to
30
plant.
seconds left.
He's got one fault line to work with. Stacks has got to have a decent read that FNS is still on the A side.
Planted.
Whereabouts? Difficult to say.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't expect Stacks to really use the fault line that he has here. Instead, trying to cut off the rotate. And this is going to be an aim duel in Spawn.
Comes onto this, reaction straight up! The players! But Stacks wins it through.
Not able to get up to their peak when it matters.
A lot of ults online though, on the side of Optic. Again, that fast play, smoked off over towards Arcade, just grabbing the orb up. So they do have now 4 ultimates to utilize.
And Victor's only got a stinger, but he can pop his ult at any point here. It is so difficult for DRX to get the spike down. There's Rolling Thunder, Orbital Strike to try and push these things away. So for DRX, you almost want to generate advantages for yourself before you ever execute.
Honestly, the play for DRX here in this scenario might be to take the fight to them in Spawn, but it feels like Optic have read it.
Yeah,
Look at their positioning right now.
I would definitely agree with that.
Optic are expecting some form of aggression towards Generator. Contact's going to be taken by Crashes here with just a slight jiggle of the movement. Spots a player. Not sure if he's willing to overstep himself here, but there we go. Stun's going to be laid down. A flash is good. I'll be taking so much damage. Down to 13 health, a bit of counter spam, now to Rolling Thunder. Is there going to be time to strike?
Oh, the orbital strike!
Yes, one after the other. It's all comboed up. But again, it's down to Mako to be the hero when they need it most. Finding kill after kill, and the utility just a little bit too late. And as Crash's ultimate is going to fade, Mako now has access to his own ultimate. 3 kills in the round. And a crossfire setup. Zest, the reset. Cool, calm, and collected. And it leaves it down to Marved.
That molly looked like it missed.
There might be a gap.
There is definitely... Oh, just a... Oh, not quite.
And it's a bit of a bait. As soon as it's tapped, the Orbital Strike comes down. And time is just being removed. Marved has to force the issue. He has to take the fight to them. But it's just unwinnable when Mako's in form like this.
Still look like it's doable for DRX. RB with a bit of a jiggle.
Oh.
But it's aggression from DRX.
Yeah.
On the other side of the map. Chamber battle still happening here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's just instantly traded it out, but he is contained. Marv. Prowler to right click. Oh, Stacks just waiting right into him. And utility is going to be used here. FNS does not want to miss his chance to strike. Moves down forwards onto the site. But as soon as you can blink DRX, they close out the round. This fight is going to be pivotal. Holds the angle, dodges the stuns, actually doesn't move forwards. So just evades it.
Do they flash this angle?
That's what I mean.
Normally you would use a Prowler here.
How much do you want to use for it? The Rolling Thunder. That is a lot of respect being shown. Yay. Teleporting at the very final last moment. Victor is in so much trouble. Has to back away to the front side. And Jenny, the Prowler in his face. And it points exactly where he is. Still Marv answers back. Coming through close to the site. And a fast retake is shut down just like that.
That was booming Optic last time at Copenhagen.
In the past.
Do we just run it back again? It looks like a little bit of a difference in pace, but still all 5 players leaning towards B.
To break down some of the utility that is going their way, but yeah, only Ye holding down the A side with a tour de force. And if the DRX choose the wrong gamble here, if they don't do their homework ahead of time, maybe just poking out, feeling out where Optic could be, that's going to be the Nightfall. And he tags, yep, onto 2 of the players. FNS and Crashies are now going to be locked down onto the site. No sound to work off of now, but the utility is going to be used in this exchange on either side. Crashies sitting, waiting in the corner. It's chaos and pandemonium, but RB, he does create the space and his team can capitalize. Sweeping through the site.
And Brent, since that timeout, DRX have woken up. The players are much more coordinated now. They're swinging off each other with confidence. I feel like Marco has held the line long enough for the other players to activate. But never count Ye out.
Soon, it's lovely confidence. Shut down El Diablo before he can get started.
Something's going extremely right.
We're going to see another clash early on. That's disrespect being shown! And just plays not being made. Not enough. Zest tries to trade him out, help out his teammate. But 2 players gone in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, very fast play.
You want to play?
Trademark there, goes off. It's going to slow all of these players up that were trying to burst out through A main.
Yeah.
So difficult for them to break through that barrage.
DRX are going to be forced into a different direction now. Maka just holding space in sand. Worked his way into that deeper corner. But Optic are holding with 3 players on drop. Very unorthodox when it comes to this defensive positioning.
But at the same time, I feel like DRX might be able to get a read on this. They knew that there was 2 players up there to begin with.
Oh, wow.
And they've either pushed, as they are now, or they're still there.
It's a hard rotation here from Optic. That leaves just Marv alive, but he does have that ultimate to try and stop this. The more the noise gets cut, the more time that gets bled off the clock here. It means it's going to be even more difficult to try and get a clean spike planted for DRX.
Stax currently has the spike. If they gave it to Mako, he'd have his orbital strike online,
30
but Mako's
seconds left.
positioning is good.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give this one up. Fault line into the corner. This is going to give Marv a bit of information, knowledge, and they're holding, waiting for the time, but it is running so low. And what is going to stop this orbital strike? A plant into dead center, not opting to use it.
If anyone could win this round, it would be Mako. There's no follow-up off the back of the stun.
Nice to the side, Maka doesn't break. He doesn't want to reveal his position with the Vandal in his hand. Holding up close and personal now to no command. And Optic look to try and take a fast retake. The sidestep of the movement, FNS, he wins out the first fight, the first layer of it, and now the Rolling Thunder into the orbital strike. Stax cannot withstand it. So Optic claim their 5th round in this half. They make it just a bit more competitive.
Hero plays upon hero plays for DRX to get up to 7, but it finishes with a prime. But both of these teams looking like they're going for fast plays in opposite directions.
Straight up, fight being taken. The knife gets info, Crashy wants a little bit more. The opening kill, a bit of a spray down there with a frenzy. He will eventually be taken out. Victor though, slowing it down ever so slightly.
And it's just a clockwise turn around the map. Optic going fast up tree as the rest of DRX pushed out Arcade, and they swap sides.
There's a 4v4. Spike's going to get planted now, and it comes down to these Optic post-plant positionings. What's the play going to be made? A lot of them facing towards Arcade. Now Optic
Teleport's ready.
holding this now with many players. A high-low setup. Zest could be in a lot of trouble.
The Prowler there is good. It gets information that there's 2 players at least in Arcade. Still has Haunt. There's a flash, and a concussion blast on the other side as well.
There has to be some sort of pressure being relieved as well, and this is going to be coming from DRX as well. At the front of the site, fault line! The stun is going to be connecting, but the ghost shots are going wide. And time is running low. The backstab, you can't whip this! One right click will do it, but sticking to the fuse! It's down to Zest! Half on the clock, and FNS clutches him once more.
Fragging above Ye on Fracture after already coming out with some super pivotal rounds. But we saw in the first half the anti-eco coming out immediately after the pistol. Can DRX do anything similar? They're not in the right place to catch this play.
There's no gamble towards the right area of the map. It's going to be another free plan for Optic. And this is the thing. Last time these 2 teams played on Fracture, DRX were able to get that spike down so consistently. Optic giving them a taste of their own medicine. Dash and a skip and a hop over the way. That does cut up the angles enough, and now a bit of a pincer from behind, but that's shut down easily enough.
and Marv comboing together there. Picking up the Kid's job is going to be to take a peek over at Halls, but all of the tempo being set by the North American team.
It really is. Feels like they've just got an absolute chokehold on this map so far, and it's one side, but as I say that, Yay, maybe exploring a little bit too far there in Halls. Big playthrough of his life, a bit of spam there. They expect there to be almost a reposition, and Buzz, oh, he's in a lot of trouble, somehow gets one kill.
And the trade there from Marco. Immaculate, actually. Puts DRX in a position where...
Oh, boy.
Looking great to refute this, but it's another hero play by FNS, shut down in the end.
Yeah, contained.
Thunder to play with on attack.
Massive
Here we go
ult.
immediately.
Yeah, no time wasted. Pure speed, once more injected into it. It's going to be a molly used pretty early there by Maka. That's to try and stop any sort of aggression that might be coming their way, and guess what? Well, he wins the opening fight over towards Halls. Fight being taken, that's off the Prowler and stunned up. Mako, you absolute demon! One after another. Under the might and gaze of Mako, all will fall.
And Ye opened it up, but this is too much. What a play. 22 kills across 16 rounds here for Marco.
Just insanity.
Just destroying Optic.
Pure insanity.
And yet the scoreline's still close. That showcases what an absurd individual effort this has been at times. But the play there was coordinated.
Yeah, it was a Prowler, there was a stun, I believe, as well.
Yep.
30 seconds left.
And Marco swings through heaven. Completely the rest of Optic distracted as he picks up 4 kills. Able to isolate 4 individual fights.
Yeah.
Very nice play by DRX. Because what that's also going to do, Bren, as we think about the future, it's going to make Optic more reluctant to run that fast play through
10
Arcade.
seconds left.
And anytime you can keep control of Arcade for free, you allow your focus to drift to the rest of the map.
More importantly, in the immediate future as well, Optic now...
Like it's only Ye again.
Where are
It is going to be quick, though.
Yeah, Haunt over the top. Stun bolts used off to the side. Zest will respect it, so he's going to be backing away to try and anchor into the corner of the side. But this is a dangerous position to play when Marv is holding onto his ultimate. Might not want to use it in the half-buy, but it is going to force the positioning and force the fight.
Crashies has taken the ult orb, so I think they are going to invest ults this round.
Here we go.
Otherwise, you just die. Save it for the next.
Yeah, holding a couple of the abilities. I believe those are the smokes.
This is going to be a big exec, and the Halls players are starting to creep forwards. They've gotten Halls for free.
Prowler's going to be alerting at least some presence. A flash play, Zest and Stagswell cleaning it up. And a lovely stun from RB to spray transfer. Just another day in the office. The ultimate's behind them. Opportunities to really cement that lead, convert it into a map win.
So it's a half-buy round over towards A, and immediately, as soon as it's a gun round again, we're back to B for Optic.
Yeah. And Buzz has to be the man of action. A crouch peek, surely they don't take this fight like this. Jiggle. Causes Buzz a readjust his crosshair placement.
A bait and switch play, maybe?
Yeah, they didn't take it though.
But this is such a tight angle.
Everything on this shot that might be about to be made. The pressure just overwhelming.
He almost got a collateral.
And a clean shooting from Buzz. Beautiful way to open things up for him. And instantly he's going to be forcing out the rotations here. Mako on the side once more trying to anchor, but only the one going to be gained before eventually the trade is there. FNS, another hero play, pushing towards it. Here's the reload! And almost misses the shot, but okay. Reclaim a bit of positioning. Still being fought by RB. There's that confidence we were asking for a little bit prior. Pop flash play though. Crashies is the last player standing for his team. Last bastion of any chance to find their way in this round. And when he's deafened and blinded, can't see a bloody thing. To defuse, fragment nade.
Winnable.
Winnable for him. A lot of damage done, but Buzz has been good for it.
And that round is a... And DRX are now very firmly in the lead. Very firmly in control of Fracture.
It looks more and more likely of them being able to take us to that 4th map.
And the Des said it. The series does become somewhat winnable. It should have been winnable starting at Breeze. But we all saw how that one went. But the next maps of Ascent and Haven, you could argue that they favor DRX. I mean, maybe Haven is completely even territory, but
Yeah.
we'll see whether Optic are able to win this one.
Potentially new ground, though, when the pressure and the heat has turned up over the course of this series. But gotta clean up this round, this map first. If you are DRX, a beautiful little play there from Optic to try and get themselves into the site.
Does Stax choose to use the Rolling Thunder here to block the plant?
Optic are holding for it. Look at the up-close positions that they're playing inside of the smoke, just in case there was a fast retake, and it's a reclear. Pop flash through. They want to try and take sand control.
Stax got caught before holding the Rolling Thunder. He's not going to make the mistake again. But now they have double ults for retake.
Smoke is causing a lot of issues for them. Prowler over the top, dash down to the side. Damage is being done, but Ye, he didn't claim the kill. And now the Rolling Thunder. He gives an opening with the horn to their backs, one after the other. Quick reset and a spray down. The overdrive will do nothing in that scenario. And DRX, they go to map point.
Flawless.
Prime Gaming flawless there for DRX. And heartbreak. One that knows how to win because they've lost so much. And they know how to hold on now.
Seems that way. One more round is what's required for any chance to try and take away this map here.
And Optic looking like they want to go towards Arcade yet again. Zest didn't use his Nightfall on the previous retake, so he still has such a major tool to work with. And Crashies takes his way across the road. As the Spike also follows him. This Prowler latches onto Marved, and he's ready to hold his ground.
Yeah.
Denying some of that information for the rest of DRX. This is going to end up finishing A, and DRX have 3 players there ready to wait and receive it. Including Zest, who has Nightfall, and the Nightfall here could crush a push.
Yeah. It's a lot of utility, though, that they could dump out onto the side here. That Stax is just trying to hold the jump peak. Now, it's a fault line. He's going to be stunned up, but it's a play for a player. Now, the Nightfall into the flash. A play was attempted. That trade is there, though. And now Victor taking space in their spawn. It's a complete wraparound. It's a complete pivot.
30 seconds
They flipped the positioning on them, but with only 29 seconds left, it's a hard ass. Still, Crashies will lock down the angle, but Maka will not be denied. Spotted into the smoke.
He got caught, and he still got away with one.
And Optic is so indecisive. They don't know where to land with this one. The Spike is in no man's land. They have to take it onto the side, but Stax ready and waiting, and dropped to the floor. He's all but secured it. 7 seconds left, just has to buy the time. And it's down to Buzz. It has to be stuck.
How on earth did Marv get that down?
Time now against the Buzz. Wants to take the fight. Marved. Ice cold. Really seemed likely.
But that is just another moment for DRX to brush off.
Brush off and brush off they do. Zest once more taking point for them. First kill goes their way as Victor is shut down.
And Crashies gets his null command online. A 4v5. Optic have not been great at these this tournament, but it's felt like a different team here today. They've been winning less than 20% of the time when they drop a player early.
Right there.
But Crashies with the ult should be able to open up space.
Yeah, this should take away the tour de force. Pop flash play. TV's back. Not opting to use the ult now, but there is bit of running going on. The jiggle peek once more. That is going to be a tag into the kneecaps. Crashies though. There's the ultimate. Rips through with the Rolling Thunder. A lot to try and combo this. And as this is happening, they're not being shut down. The judge in the back pocket of Buzz. He's dropped Crashies to his knees. And a forward play by Marvs. He's making all the risks in the world, but not enough to take the map away.
Look at that reaction from Buzz. They're fired up. Suddenly, there is life in this Korean squad once more. And the belief is going to re-enter their bones.
DRX Joshua team. They ride the highs and lows of competitive play. They're an emotional team. But a map win like that shows that they are not going to go out easily enough. They're not going to mirror the same patterns that we saw at Reykjavik earlier this year when Zeta Division got 3-0'd by Optic in such similar circumstances.
And it is a bright spot in the series, Ben. But remember, there's never been a reverse sweep.
Never.
In a BO5 that we've had internationally. And that map incredibly favored towards DRX, I would say, given their recent performances on Fracture. And it required Mako to drop 27 kills across 21 rounds.
27.
Can they really keep that up? We'll have to wait and see, but my word, that took something special from DRX in order to push us to map 4.
That's the question, isn't it? How replicatable is it?
And we are heading to the greatest part of BO5 series, where you get to the middle of the map.